Hello everybody, I want to share a coaster mini that I made using all of my Tim Holtz products, and I'll probably added some more stuff in it also, but most of it's my Tim Holtz. First, my binder rings. I wanted to use his binder rings, but they wouldn't turn my little coaster, so I had to just use the regular binder rings. And I added a Tim Holtz pen. I don't want to say all his names because I'll probably get them wrong, but this is one of his pens. I added some ribbon, and I added one of the fragments with the stamp on it, and I used some alcohol ink around the edges. And I added a piece of paper. I think I used Life's Journey paper. I added a little butterfly and added some decoupage to it to make it shine. I added one of his little sentiments to a piece of cardboard and distressed the edges with some of his distressed ink, and added one of his tickets. And I added some walnut ink to a primer. I added one of the sprockets and a keyhole, and I grunged up the paper pretty good, and added some gold stuff on the ends. I'm not really sure what the name of it, but it's almost like the gold leaf, but it's actually in the little tube. This is one of my Sizzix frames, and I added some of the distress crackle paint on it. And the way I dried it, it made it bubble up, which I really liked that effect. With my heating gun, I kind of rushed it, and it gave it a bubble effect. And here's a Tim Holtz stamp. And I cut this little ticket out from my Sizzix die. And added some alcohol stain. And one of the Rangers, no, actually it's the Making Memories staple to it, and a piece of ribbon. And this page is just a little photo mat that I made using, around the edges I used some of my distressed crackle paint. Stickles, sorry, distressed stickles. And primer with some bling. And of course this is another Tim Holtz stamp. Distressed it. I added one of his stamps here. On a little tag. And this is another piece that I've distressed pretty bad, and you saw some of his distress inks and stuff on it. And this is actually a flower that I made myself, and I made it with some lace, and I added alcohol ink to it and put some little Martha Stewart beads in the middle, and added a pearl and kind of made it grungy. In this page I used one of the Martha Stewart, it was a little Martha Stewart envelope, and it had the little insert in the envelope, and I stamped it with one of Tim Holtz stamps. And Glimmer misted it. It was actually pink, so it came out to be a nice color and distressed the edges and stuff. And then I used some crackle paint on this little tag and stamped it. On this page I used a butterfly on some acetate, and used some embossing powder around the edges, and grunged up the paper a little bit, distressed the paper. Added a little flower and some brads. On this page also was a piece of cardboard. I just ripped it and added some glimmer mist to it and distressed it. And then there's another stamp, and on this one I added some of the distressed stickles to it, so it's really rough. On this one I ran it through my little corrugating cardboard thing and ripped it up and added some stickles to it, and added a flower, put some stickles on my distressing stickles on my flower, and added a bling. And then on this one, this is just a shipping tag. I just cut half of it and then added the bird stamp on it and distressed it. And on this one I added the sprocket and the game spinner and a gear. And that's it. And this is my coaster mini. Thank you for watching.